Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, March the 11th. I hope you guys are doing very well so far. Happy Wicked Wednesday. We are midway through the week, okay guys? Now, the only reason why I'm only saying this is because, look, every day it's draining, okay? I get it. Every day can be draining, and it's almost like when you look at life and how mundane life can be, it's almost like why not make it more exciting, or why not be more adventurous about it, right? Now, some of you may not resonate with this, some of you may agree, you may not. It's fine, you know? Again, like I said, I have no qualms about that. But at the same time, when it comes to looking at life from a different perspective, that is very significant. Not everybody's going to understand your perspective, and that's okay. Like I always say, you could be somebody who understands why people do the things they do or say the things they say. Crows could be very significant, or ravens as well, but there's something about your energy where you could be somebody who's always misunderstood. So like I said, when it comes to certain things, it's like you're aware about certain topics, certain things, whatever the case is, but at the same time, it's not that you're not here to teach people certain things as well, but it's almost like even if you know what you know, why stay in a negative energy or this like doomsday type of thing? It's like people who are aware, and this may only resonate for some people, like there's some people out there who are aware and they cannot go back, and that's very true. And there's some people who are very aware, and even though they know they cannot go back, it's still learning to play the game and play the matrix, right? So that even when it comes to you being in flow, there's just certain things that are out of our control that we cannot control. Like the universe will do certain things purposely for us to know whether or not we need to learn a lesson, either go through it again or understand the lesson behind it. And that is for some of us that are on this journey, right? It's like if you notice a pattern over and over and over again, you're going to stop that pattern. But if you don't notice it, you're still going to continue going through life in a loop because you don't see that cycle. So let's see what messages show up today when it comes to the energy. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What is it that they need to know for March 11th? Okay, what clarity and understanding can you give them at this time, please? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, we have abundance, right? So when it comes to abundance, right, you are somebody who, despite what is going on and what you may know or what you might not know, you still receive abundance no matter what, right? Now, some people may look at you and think you're lucky, but it's not about being lucky. It's because you've done the inner work, right? Like you're not somebody who's going to start something and not do your homework before starting something. There are people out there that they see you doing something and it's almost the assumption of, well, collective is doing this, so I'm going to do the same thing because they're getting a lot out of it, so I'm going to get a lot out of it too. And it doesn't work like that. Some people have a purpose. Some people know what that purpose is. Some people are actually able to follow that purpose. And some people are actually meant to be here to help people find their own purpose. Okay, so just because Tom, Dick, and Harry did something doesn't mean you need to do it too. You know the saying, like, just because your friend jumped off the cliff doesn't mean you need to jump off the cliff too, right? Everybody's abundance is made for specifically for them. So somebody's abundance may not be money. Someone's abundance could be happiness. Someone's abundance could be freedom. Okay, like we all have different reasons about abundance what resonate for us, but there is something about abundance that is very significant for the collective at this time. Maybe you guys are receiving abundance or attracting abundance. Yeah, there's something about it being up to you. So when it comes to your abundance, it's up to you, right? Whether you want happiness or whether you want money or whether you want freedom, it's basically saying, Spirit is saying it's up to you because you have that inner knowing, but it's also up to you to do that work. Okay, so if you want abundance, you're not going to sit at home all day complaining about, oh, I want money, but then you're not doing anything to attract that money, right? It's almost someone saying like they want friends, but then they're not putting themselves in environments that they like to go to so that they can attract these new friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's like complaining but not doing the work at the same time. Some of you guys could be kind of tired of people who keep complaining about the same thing over and over again, but then you can also see that maybe they're not doing the inner work 100% as much as they may claim to do the inner work. And this is no judgment either. This is like me reading the cards. Like, this is no judgment, right? Because even with me, I always try to give grace to everybody. And I always find that with my energy, I always attract people who think that they're perfect. It's like, no one's perfect. Okay, I don't even think I'm perfect. Am I particular? Yes. Am I picky? Hell yeah. Am I very prims and proper sometimes? You're damn right. Okay, but does that mean that I'm gonna judge somebody who's not prims and proper? No, because the way that I was raised, and some of you guys may understand this too, depending on your culture and how you grew up, you know, based on your environment, there's something about I don't care if you're the CEO, the janitor, the doctor, the nurse. Okay, you could be the nurse's dog. Okay, I don't care who you are. Okay, if I see you working in an establishment and we are all working under the same roof to make the same money, guess what? I don't care if you're the janitor, I'm going to say good morning to you. Good morning. How are you? How's your day so far? How are the kids? How's everything going? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to ask you questions that other people just want to ask you certain things because they want to be nosy, but actually people can tell your intentions. Okay, people can tell that you are asking because you care about people's actual well-being and mental well-being. You're not doing it because you want to gain something from it. For some of you guys could meet people, ask somebody how their day is going, and go about your day. And you don't even realize that that's actually like helping somebody in your energy. Like, you could have made that person's day without even realizing it. Okay, so there's something about something being up to you when it comes to your abundance. Okay, it's up to you, meaning like you have control over your abundances. Yeah, it says if you believe, right? So there's something about you believing in yourself or having more belief in what it is that you're doing. Maybe you guys are creating something. Okay, maybe you may not believe in yourself or have belief in what this is, right? There is something about your abundance. It's up to you if you believe. Now, there's something about maybe you also believing in what you're working on or what you're doing or what you're moving towards. But you may have other people who are very negative and they may not think this way about you. Okay. Also, for some of you, when it comes to like second guessing yourself and having that fear or anxiety, there's also something about maybe you saying no to yourself. Okay. And that is creating a lot of confusion for the universe as well, because it's almost like you want the abundance, but then at the same time, you're confusing the universe by not doing the inner work, or there's something about confusing the universe by basically being negative to yourself. Like, you know, those self-talks, right? Being self-negative, being not discerning in a sense where it's like, oh, I don't think this is going to happen. No, never say you don't think so. Always say that it will always happen for me. What's meant for me is meant for me. You know, having that positive energy where it's like that give and take. So you could be saying no to something or something with the answer of no, but there's something about the universe showing you, yeah, this could be you. Like, there's something about if you believe, you could be saying no, but the universe is saying to choose a new direction, right? You could be saying no to something, or there's something about you choosing a new direction when it comes to like your abundance, right? So take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation. Okay. Oh, I thought that flipped over. So yeah, there's something about if you believe, it's up to you that you can choose a new direction when it comes to your abundance. And you choosing a new direction, it may not even be about the money. For some of you guys that are choosing a new direction, this could be a new home, a new car, a new situation like a partnership, a new job, whatever this is, you guys are choosing a new direction. Okay, so there's something about, you know, maybe you guys are either you are saying no or the universe is saying no to you because you need to choose a new direction when it comes to your abundance. There's something about someone having an inner knowing that they're supposed to be tapping into their inner gifts or, you know, tapping into what fulfills them. Yeah, success. right? There's something about you choosing a new direction and receiving some type of success because you decided to choose a new direction, okay? Even when it comes to like you choosing a new direction, right? And say, for example, like driving, this is like an analogy. Say you're driving your normal way, like say you take a specific way to drive home, okay? And for some reason, the universe is making you detour for something. For some reason, you're like, I don't know. I don't feel like going this way. I'm going to take the back streets. That's what I mean by choosing a new direction. Even just that, you choosing a new direction, following your, your inner knowing, your gut, your intuition, right? We have success, and then we also have reconsider. Yeah, there's something about your success and somebody wanting you to reconsider something, and you could have said no. So that could be clarity for some of you too when it comes to the energy where you could be saying no to something, or the universe is saying no to you because you could be the one that could be thinking about reconsidering. Like say it's about you following your path, but then you could be thinking like, oh, maybe if I go back to my old self, and the universe is like, no, you've come this far to go back, right? There's no making sense of that. For some of you, there's something about somebody wanting you to reconsider something when it comes to your success, and you're like, no. Okay, so even when it comes to people, places, and things, like even when it comes to people like wanting you to reconsider their energy, wanting you to, reconsider them, meaning getting back into your good graces, there's something about you saying no. Like, why would I go back to something to reconsider when it either made me sick, made me tired, made me ill, frustrated, sad, whatever the case is, right? Anything that makes you emotionally like in turmoil, you're not going to go back to that. And the reason why I say that too is sometimes it may not be that person, it may be that situation itself. For some of you guys too, when it comes to cycles, you may not believe it, but sometimes with certain cycles, especially if it's a contract and you guys, say you release that contract, but some people, there's certain contracts that were actually made to stay together. There's something about having to stay together because you need to learn those lessons and then maybe separate, or learn those lessons for the both of you to grow. And there's some situations where some of you guys could have signed contracts with people before you came here. They are not ready to grow. And some of you guys could be on your own dealing with your own things because based on that contract, whether this is family, friends, jobs, whatever the case is, we all signed a contract. So say you're the chosen one, right? Say you're the one that's the empath, the healer, the giver, the caretaker, whatever. You were meant to be plopped into certain 12:43 on the timer, but that's angel number 1, 2, 3, 4. You were actually here to be plopped into certain people's lives, environments, whether this is family, friends, whatever the case is, to teach them something. They didn't want to hear, they didn't want to listen. Back home we say, who no hear must feel. If you do not want to hear what the universe is trying to tell you, you will feel it instead. Nobody wants to feel the consequences when you have intuitive knowing. So like I said, if you were meant to be plopped into certain situations to help heal people and they didn't listen, now they could be wanting you to reconsider. Now you could be the one that could be picking up the energy of people wanting you back in, your energy, and you're saying no. You're not reconsidering anything that made you feel, tired, upset, sad, distraught. Even when it comes to your immune system, okay, maybe some things made your immune system a wreck, okay, your nervous system, your gut, okay, so take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation. Spirit, give me more messages, please, for the collective. Thank you. Being assertive is very significant. You guys could be choosing a new direction when it comes to you being more assertive. So again, like I said, stepping into your power. For some of you guys could be looking for a sign as well when it comes to clarity and confirmation. Okay, so take what resonates with that. And like I said, listen to your intuition. Okay, in the near future could be very significant when it comes to opportunity. Okay, so like I said, you guys could be getting the opportunity to move forward, or this could be a new opportunity, meaning, a job, a career, starting something new when it comes to jobs and careers, or just following your inner knowing in your gut, your heart, things like that, okay? But yeah, I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. Thank you guys for watching me to the end. Thank you guys for those who follow. And also for any of you guys that resonate, you know, you guys can watch me on YouTube as well if you guys want closed captions. So YouTube and TikTok are the only platforms that I post my readings on. And also you guys can go on my website, www.mysteriouslyunique.ca, where I post my blogs, and also you guys can book a reading. And also check out my Ko-fi account, which is just one word, Mysteriously Unique. You guys can either you know, support my channel in a sense of donating and things like that. You don't have to, but this is only for those who want to support the channel and see growth and just see different things. Like even when it comes to like tarot decks and things like that, when it comes to personal growth or just being able to do more things, especially with that, that is very significant. But if not, like I always say, I appreciate the love regardless. And like I said, it is my responsibility too, because as much as I'm doing this as my job, I'm still also doing the inner work when it comes to part-time jobs and work and things like that. So don't think I'm just telling you guys, yeah, work on your own, and I'm not doing the same thing. Your girl is doing the same damn thing, okay? So I'm not going to give advice to you guys where I'm not doing the same thing or I've never taken my own advice. You know what I'm saying, guys? But yeah, take what resonates with you whenever you see this. Thank you guys, like I said, for the love and the support, liking, sharing, reposting, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys? I love you guys. Have a wicked Wednesday, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.